All right, here we go. So this is what I'm doing next. I'm going ahead and repairing and adding these wires, the length that we need to connect the alternator up, the power wire. Had another ground wire for the Dakota digital gauges. I got one because this alternator requires a ground to the engine block. So when I run the new ground cable, basically new ground cables right here for the battery. That's gonna run down along and it's gonna attach to one of the holes kind of close to the fuel pump. It's like two little two bolt holes there for like brackets. I think that's like if the car had a small pump or something. So I'm gonna attach it right there at the block. That's where the ground wire is gonna go. Then one is gonna, I got another ground cable that I'm gonna run up and attach here to this piece on the alternator, and then I'm also gonna use this connection to tie into for the Dakota digital gauges. So I'm gonna put a connector in on there and put it right there. So let me see. So this is what I'm working on now. I'm extending this other wire for the alternator, and then I got a couple of 56 series connectors. I don't know what I did with them, but basically I'm gonna pretty much I'm gonna reuse this this terminal end, but I'm gonna put new wires and terminal ends in there. So I'm trying to see if I had those. There's a pack of some of the connectors here. So I had the I believe this is for 12 gauge wire, and this other one is for 16 to 14 gauge wire. Which that's what the brown is. So that's what I'm gonna use that there. So everything moving along pretty smooth. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that up, finish this off, and then I'm gonna show you guys what it looked like. All right, here we go right here. I got the power wire going to the alternator here, and then the other one is gonna power up the Dakota digital gauges. And then I got two that I'm gonna put this brown wire here. That's gonna go right here to this connector. On that, I'm gonna put new terminals on that end, and I'm gonna cut these wires and trim them and make them look all neat. And then this black one here is gonna be a ground that they're gonna attach there, and also another ground is gonna attach up from the block to here. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out and let you guys see what that is, the finished product of that. All right, so this is what I got right here. I got all my wires repaired, got them extended, got some good crimp connector ends like butt connectors and stuff. So got it wrapped with some nice tape, and I got this right here tight. So I'm just gonna slide this little grommet on here with a little protector, and get that in place. So there we go. So that's on there nice and neat. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and get my two terminals for right here. And I'm gonna grab this here. All right, so I've got that into place, and what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna run this connector here. Since the car has a wires foot, I'm gonna go ahead and run it. But technically, since the car has a one wire alternator set up, I really don't have to. I have to see if I need those or not, but I'm gonna plug them in for now. And if if I have any issues, I'm just gonna disconnect it and probably put this block back in there. I'm gonna read through the instructions just to see what it says about this alternator, because I know it has a Dakota digital set, so it may not need it. But I don't know how the rest of the car is wired up, so I don't know if these power wires looped to something else or anything. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and put it back like how it was. All right, so this is the pigtail that came out of the alternator. So I had to make these wires longer, but I'm gonna use this connector housing again. So this right here is an example of the one of the wires that came out of there. So it has what you call a 56 series connector on it, and you can get new ones from American Auto Wire, which this right here is my, I believe it's 14-16 gauge. So I'm gonna crimp this on to the extended wires that I have in the car. This is gonna be for the smaller wire, and this the smaller brown wire. This one right here gonna go for the 12 gauge bigger wire, and then I'm gonna slide them in this connector. All right, so I got the hot wire for this connector crimp, and pretty much I'm gonna slide it in the terminal. I'm gonna slide it in, it's gonna lock in, and that's how you make yourself new terminals. So that's the key to having, you know, good set of some crimping tools. That way you can kind of, you can run your own wire, make your own ends and stuff like that. So all right guys, what I'm doing now is I'm about to fill the cooling system. I like to use this device right here called Airlift. What it is a vacuum filled cooling system filler. So what it does, basically I pull a vacuum on the system, and once it's down here in the green, once it gets down in the green, I'll let it sit for a couple minutes. So basically, if it stays down here, I think I got about like 27 inches of vacuum. So pretty much if it stays down there, or anywhere between 25 and 27, I know I don't have any leaks in the system. What I'm pretty much looking is for this needle not to move for a couple minutes. And I know I don't have any leaks in the system. And then I'm gonna switch this hose to my other device, and it's gonna pull vacuum into the system. So I've been using this right here probably for around since 2014. I use it, you know, at work. I work in a shop where I'm working on European cars. So that pretty much helps you feel a lot of the advanced cooling systems, like with expansion tanks and all these funny hoses and stuff. But it works on the old school stuff as well. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I guess real quick, I'll show you guys. I got the wiring wrapped up. I'm finna get ready to start this thing up. The only thing I gotta work on is getting power supply and ignition. Pretty much all the, and also the fail-safe wire. All the other wires ran, so I gotta get where I can back the car out a little bit, so I can get by the fuse box and figure out what's constant hot and ignition hot. So I'm gonna do that and keep rolling. All right, so this thing is holding the vacuum pretty good. So I'm ready to fill the cooling system, put the antifreeze in there. So I'm gonna put this in my jug. And by the other way, on this particular model, I did have to switch to this adapter hose here to pull the cooling in. So I'm just gonna turn it on, and it's gonna suck the cooling in there. And as your gauge goes down, turn it off. It just starts getting. Let's see. All right, so pretty much I'm gonna fill it until it gets down to around about 5 on my gauge. So basically 5 is just a good number. You still may have to add some coolant, but that's just a good number to let me know that, hey, it's pretty much full, but I don't have it overfilled. All right, so I got the coolant topped off. So now I'm about to get over here and start them up and check for leaks and things like that. All right, here we go. So hit the gas pedal a couple times there. And let's see what we got. Oh man, it hit on the first try. Alright, right about now. Got a little transmission fluid. Alright guys, I got this thing back running here. I had a transmission fluid leak right here on this line right here that I had to see into real quick. So I got that straightened out. Everything running pretty good. The belt's running pretty good. They look good. I had to bleed the power steering system a little bit. All right, I'm about to get ready to put my fuses here in the adapters. So I'm unplugging those, and I'll put these 40-amp fuses in here. Alright, so I got everything on the control box wired up. Got my ignition hot and power. And I'm going to cycle the key and see if those fans spin. So every time you cycle the key, the fans are kind of do like a quick little spin for a couple seconds. So that pretty much lets you know the box is working. I'm gonna get in here and ground the ground terminal out for the fail safe and make sure they turn on. Alright, so we know we got action right there. Alright, we got action, everybody. We got action. I guess that's kind of bright. But let's say 191. So the fans are on. Nice hot air coming out of there. With this knob right here, I can actually kind of kick them up. Make it blow a little harder. Alright guys, here we go. Got the belt system all the way installed. Got the fans running, they on. This segment right here is about to come to a close on the box Chevy. Just kind of getting a little bit of footage before the client come pick it up. So the fans are speeding up a little bit by a little bit. They're blowing nice hot air out there. The temperature right now on the gauges is at 184. A little tricky to see, but that's actually perfect for it sitting here idling. It was kind of hovering around the 190s for a little bit, then it just went down to 184. So I just got to run down to the parts store, grab a toggle switch for the fail safe. I thought I had one, but I didn't. So I'm gonna try to wire that in for the client real quick, and then that's pretty much gonna be it. But this thing is running good, man. The belts and pulleys look phenomenal on this thing. The alternator is charging like it's supposed to. The power steering pump, the power steering feels nice and good on here and everything like that. So let me get on down to this parts store real quick. All right, real quick. I'm in here wiring up this fail-safe switch real quick. I found a little spot to put it, kind of like right here off to the side. I talked to the client because I wanted to make sure that, you know, because some people picky of where they want switches and stuff at. So, but I'm gonna put it right here. So that's what I'm working on now. So, all right, that's it right there. So I crimped some more ends on that connector and got them wired in. I just gotta figure out exactly where I'm gonna ground it here. There's a few little spots up under the dash, but I'm trying to make sure I get a good ground. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna test it and I'm gonna mount it up. All right, here we go. So I got the fail-safe, switch mounted. I'm about to be ready to put everything back. So I just tested. So it's right there. When you flip it up, it'll come on. So that right there is running the fans at 100%. So this right here is 100% power. So, all right, guys, this is my Chevy project about to come to a close here. So, finally about to come through and pick it up. Got the fans running, belt system on. So you guys tell me what you think. Would you run this belt system? Would you run this fan system? What you think about the attention to detail on the wiring and everything like that? Thank you for checking out Cool Spreads Garage, and have a good one.